Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Spirits of French Lick. This is the Morning Glory Acacia Bourbon, coming in at a 50% ABV, at least 4 years old. So for full disclosure, this bottle was sent over for us to take a look at and to review, so just keeping that transparency open. So when it comes to their offerings, all their bottles tend to be named after or some kind of tie into Hoosier history, Indiana history in general. And the Morning Glory was actually an inn that was once opened. So kind of a cool little idea on that. And they give us all the nitty gritty details that we love seeing, especially coming from a craft distillery. Starting off here is the mash bill, and I've got to read this because I was taken back out of pure excitement for it. So, this is actually a 5-grain mash bill. 66% corn, 12% rye, 16% acacia, which is a toasted buckwheat, 2% buckwheat, and then 4% malt. I don't even know what to experience on this. On top of all that great stuff, they're doing double pot distillation, keeping it 50% ABV, and 4 years because it is a bottled in bond product. So let's just go ahead and jump into things. As always, we're going to be trying it 2 different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see if anything changes up here. And reading from their website real quick, which really caught my eye, not only are they using their own yeast strains for everything, but they're also using part of their brandy yeast in here as well. That kind of stuff just blows my mind when I see somebody that is so proud of their products, they want you to know every bit of details on there. I don't know. I'm kind of weird like that, but I love talking about it. Anywho, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. As always, if you're interested in some other Spirits of French Lick spirits that I'll be reviewing, links to those will be up above and down below, along with a link to their website, so you can go check them out for yourself, do a little bit of research. I don't think I've had a bourbon using buckwheat yet. I know Cardinal Spirits out of Bloomington, Indiana is doing some things with buckwheat and some cool things, but I don't even know. Beautiful. You know what? It's almost kind of like a homemade cider. It's kind of that dark amber color on there. Yeah. It's actually got a really cool color to it. All right, let's go for notes. Oh, shut up. That's crazy. So, there is a lot going on with this bottle. It's giving me vibes of like a toasted barrel. So, you're getting sweetness in here. You're also getting that toasted kind of charriness. The grains are beautifully soft and sweet. I mean, already on the nose, it's feeling like it's punching so much higher in age, but the ABV is so soft. You can't tell. There's nothing off-putting, no sharpness. So I'm getting almost like a craft maple syrup in this. It's kind of sweet, but it's more like an earthy sweet. That's gotta be the buckwheat playing with me here. A little maltiness in there too, almost like if you've ever had like a nice cider, because it's bringing across like an apple sweetness and a bit of like a maltiness, like a cider does, like a freshly off the tap cider. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. I love that. The toasted elements just are really shining well, and with just how much they put in there. That is a unique idea, and I'm all about it. There's a bit of corn sweetness in there as well. It's kind of a freshness in there too, like an herbal freshness. Like, I wouldn't quite say like an herb garden, but it's just got kind of like you're standing downwind of an herb garden, where you not necessarily can't pick out specific herbs, but you could tell there's one nearby. All right, let's go for a taste. Wow. So, I don't know if it might be projected, but I feel like the brandy yeast, the apple brandy yeast they're doing in this brings across, I don't know, I'm just getting a lot of apple sweetness going on here. So the malty toasted element that I'm getting from the Acacia is kind of giving me vibes of Ardbeg Ardcore, where they used a toasted barley in there. And it just has this beautiful, rich profile. I'm not saying this is like a Scotch or smoky, but it's got this soft and yet pronounced chocolatiness to it. And again, I might be more malty than chocolate, but my brain is picking out as a chocolate note. It's sweet grains. Maple syrup is definitely coming through. The apple sweetness is there, almost like a freshly picked off the tree apple. Lots of great nuttiness going on in here with a bit of like almost cashews and walnuts and peanuts. I'm digging the granola notes in this one as well. That is such a unique profile that I feel like it needs to be experienced and then instantly praised, because that's, in my opinion, that's kind of bold, going with that many different grains and to find the right balance. It's rich, it's oily, that pot still, man. It's doing them wonders. Keep up with that pot still. It encapsulates all these gorgeous flavors and oiliness. That is such a unique ride, and I'm all about it. I'm on board. I'm on board a lot. All right. Add a little drop of water. See if anything changes up here. Add 2 because I kind of over poured a little bit. See what other notes we can find. Man, I'm loving the maltiness in the granola that is lingering on my palate. This one has the staying power. Like it grabs a hold of your palate and it does not let go. All right, let's go for notes on the water version. I think it's even more sweet. How is this possible? It just goes more sweet. You got sweet buttery grains going on here. That nuttiness, the maltiness, that toasted element is such a key player. I just can't get over this. I love the waxiness in there too. The oily factor showing up now. This has a little bit more refined notes to it. That little bit of water broke some things up, but it's also bringing out the sweet factor. Let's go for a taste. A lot of sweetness going on in that version. More apple sweetness. The nuttiness is showing up. It does lose out on a bit of the malt character that I was finding and really enjoying over here. A little spice in there as well, kind of a, I don't know, there's just I'm going to call it a grain spiciness. I don't want to say it's a specific thing. Let's go back to this version. That's got the cling, that's got the palate, that's got all the characteristics that showcase this sip to a T. I love the toasted elements. The maltiness is showing up, the sweet factors, everything gorgeously done on that one. This isn't bad. I actually really enjoy this. It's a little softer, a little sweeter. That little drop of water just makes it go nice and simply sweet. I still like the grain notes in there, but for me, it does miss out on that bit of maltiness. But as always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. That's great. That's pretty solid. All right. Let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So this bottle tends to run in the mid 50s. I've seen it dance around sometimes a little bit higher into the low 60s, sometimes a little closer to the 50s. So I'd say anywhere between 50 and 65-ish dollars. And I'll be honest, your bottled and bond, the unique grains is really the showcasing factor here. Using both buckwheat and acacia just sings some beautiful notes in this. The maltiness, the sweet factors, the earthiness in this, I am a big fan of. That toasted element just brings out all these beautiful homemade caramels and vanillas. And I could not have imagined this as the sip I was going to have tonight. It is that unique. It's different. It's unlike anything else out there on the market. And coming from a craft distillery, I gotta give it props. If you're looking for a slightly different ride, especially with that bit of acacia and buckwheat in there, and you're open to trying new things, it is 100% big check mark in my book. It is worth picking up if you see this on the shelf somewhere. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Spirits of French Lick, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. And yeah, there you have it, folks. Spirits of French Lick, the Morning Glory Acacia Bourbon. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might